They're all there. All of the guns. Mitchell's kick not so good.
That is great pressure from Collingwood. BT, you mentioned their record up here. It's sensational. And they do this really well against Sydney. They take them on at their own game.
They do. Long ball. Meeting the sandwich was Cloak again. Little kick out the pack, Elliott.
But fit and firing, I still think he's absolutely their best 18.
Suggestion was that he was running out of legs. There's Franklin caught. Turnover complete here now. Lamumba, the give and go. He's gone from behind. Lucky to get boot to ball. Mitchell corrals in the middle. Little one finds Cunningham. Here's the run. Melcheski's a very good kick. Didn't get the opportunity. McGlynn's all right too. And it was good. Reid on the lead. Good build-up from the Swans.
Much better there by Sydney, BT. You're spot on. Instead of just blazing away and kicking back to that Collingwood number like they've done so much tonight, they took that overlap, used up McGlynn, and then the short lowering the eyes. Really smart footy.
So now Reid from a comfortable distance, and he doesn't let them down. As straight as they come, Sydney get there first. Chesky saw McVeigh, so they worked their way out of defence nicely. It's been through Jetta's hands just about every time it's come out. Cunningham, look at them run forward now. Real hard runners, Sydney. We know that. Rampy takes them on, steps on the gas, gets to his left side. Good kick. That's Sydney at their best.
I think the good thing in that mark from Sam Reid, he's got terrific reach, always been a good contested mark. But Ryan O'Keefe, he knew he wasn't going to get hit up on the lead then.
Melcheski breaks through. What about that? He is dangerous. Nick Melcheski.
No one on him though, Lingy, at this stoppage.
Oh, here he goes. You're right. He started then, 5 metres off the pack, hit it with pace. No one interested in stopping him as Jetta has a ping.
His opponent was standing goal side of him, but allowing Buddy to stand the other side, the defensive side of the stoppage, and run through, and that's fraught with danger if it comes out the back and he's on his own.
O'Keefe. Good kick to the boundary.
Boys, you stand a long way back.
Have a look at how far he's standing off the footy. No one going with him at all. No one blocking. No one making it difficult for him.
Yeah, young Frost has got the roll in him, Mitch, as you pointed out. I'm not sure you give Buddy that much leg rope anywhere on the ground, let alone 20 metres out from goal.
Free kick going to Pike here for a push on Grundy. Or by Grundy.
Here's the push there. There's hands in the back, and there's Franklin just on his own again.
That's not a smart free kick to give away.
Again, they're umpiring it well. That's a genuine push in the back. You have to pay those ones. They're letting the incidental ones roll, and I like it.
Look at this. It's
like
the straight arm grippo for Big Pikey. In he comes. It works for him, and he gets it done. Sydney kick their fourth.
Well, it's a nice finish by Mike Pike. It looks very mechanical, but it's very effective. And I guess not growing up with the game, you have that mechanical look about you, but it's very straight. And he really misses on a set shot, to be honest with you. So he's doing it very well and got in front of the stoppage and drew the free kick. It was great play.
Talk us through this, Darcy Richard.
Well, there's something unusual about the straight arm tactic, but a lot of the overseas players from Canada and the Irish boys, they come in and they kick the ball better than the locals that grew up here. They haven't got any preconceived ideas as a kid of how to go about it, and you teach them. It looks unorthodox, but they tend to kick it unbelievably well.
Well, they keep everything really straight, Das, and that's the key. They run in a straight line. They don't wobble the ball around. They keep it straight over their kicking leg. And he's pretty effective, Mike Pike, when he has a set shot, Brian.
In diving, that'd be referred to as the pike position.
Joe.
Very nice.
Yes. Pierce Handley's got a similar type. I was talking to Alan Richardson once when he was the development coach at Collingwood. As Collingwood fly, he couldn't quite get it, Elliott. And he said that teaching Marty Clark, the Irishman, was an easy thing to do because you're basically starting with a blank canvas and no bad habits. Cunningham the target here, made plenty of ground. Down low, in front of Langdon.
Traditionally, this is what Collingwood have done well against Sydney. Not allow them to hit the lead up and force them to kick the long one down the line. That's what they want to do.
Over the top, Frost. Kennedy, Frost again. Did he take the legs? I think he did.
Sydney!
Yes.
Sydney! Contact by the knee, Scott, on the full.
Fair call.
On the full.
That's a Kennedy for. Even though it was from the side, normally we see that from the front on.
Play out of the line.
It was a side one. He's played on now. He's gone off the line. Kennedy searching for space, and that was a brilliant kick by Kennedy. Quite deliberate to get hold of McGlynn.
Well, this is just the changing the guard at Collingwood. They haven't got Heath Shaw clearly playing back there. There's no Ben Johnson who've been regulars. There's the below the knee. Ooh. Dangerous action, and I think that one's a legitimate free kick. So now you've got Tommy Langdon, as we look at that one again, who's playing at half back. He just didn't find himself in the right position. That's why this mark was taken.
That's exactly why that rule has been brought in. McGlynn bangs at home. Sydney have got 5 in a row, lead by 23.
Well, he's a very good player, Benny McGlynn, and he just knows how to find space inside forward 50. He's a natural forward. He knows when to run forward to the footy and find space, and does it as well as anyone. And a nice finish, and just getting out to a dangerous little lead now, the Sydney Swans. Hey, Lingy, there's Scott Pendlebury down on the bench, has just come off the ground, but not having a big night at the moment. What's the matchup been on him tonight?
Yeah, certainly not by his standards, just the 4 possessions. I'm sure he'd want to get his hands on the ball a bit more, but I can't see a specific matchup, Richo. It doesn't look like they've gone a hard tag on him. They're running a few players through him. I think the Sydney midfield's just being very accountable.
2 of their best midfielders, 4 touches for Pendlebury, 2 for Swan. Very Collingwood-like, as Goldsack is marked within his range.
Yeah, beautiful long kick, this man. And he knows that this is one that he's going to have a genuine crack at.
Have to go back to the 6-minute mark of the first quarter for when they kicked their last. It's now the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Goldsack has got that working left to right beautifully. And that is a goal. Collingwood get their first goal in this second quarter.
Sporting a bit of the samurai warrior look.
Yes.
Goldsack. Something a bit different. Nothing wrong with the way he kicked it. He's a beautiful long kick. It's a great asset, isn't it, when you've got someone who can launch him outside of 50.
When he marked it, Darcy knew he had the distance with ease and did it easily.
This guy's feeding.
Beautiful view of the Homebush Stadium.
Straight back, boys, right?
Let's get down to Cameron Ling on the boundary.
Well, they've decided to swap things up a little bit here, Collingwood. This centre bounce, Scotty Pendlebury straight off the bench has started forward. And as we've mentioned, Dane Swan's gone into the midfield, so they need to get him getting his hands on the footy, assuming, as we talked about, he's all okay with his body.
Mitchell. Clearance out of the middle there. Reid. Yes, Hanbury. Did well Sinclair at the ground level to stop that. Here is Swan coming up the ground for the first time in this quarter. Beams was desperate, got it to Ball. Sharp hands from Ball. Now Lumumba tries to tunnel Ball out the back door. Ball was there. Tough old battle for the ball here at the moment. Sinclair to Beams. Beams sharp with the hands to Frost. Now they get it out of the area, and Brown's won himself a free. Or is it White? It's White. Jesse White, the former Swan. Immediately looks for running support, and he gets it. So Collingwood now, not such a good kick. Goldsack able to tidy it up. 55 out. Here's Cloak on the lead. Just got it inside the boundary. Favours the left foot, remember.
That's where Jesse White can play a big role on this side. If he can lead up at the ball, allow Cloak to play deeper, that's the perfect scenario for this side.
Yet to score this year. That is either a goal or behind. Cloak on the left, and a good time to get going with a kick like that. Collingwood for the first time tonight, 2 in a row.
10! The meter! Mark's on that line. Yep, that's fine there. Hold there.
Just a bit frustrated there, Travis.
Still, mate.
Richard down the line, Derrick's over the back, off hands, Hanbury, left foot, has it got the length? It's on line, it's there. That is a really impressive goal.
Should have just about won a Norm Smith medal 2 years ago, Dan Hanbury. He's a brilliant player. I love seeing him up and running, and I'm sure Sydney will want to get him as fit and as competitive and up and running as they can, because he's potentially one of the best players in the game, Dan Hanbury.
There they are. They've been the talk of the town, these two, and they certainly look like they enjoy each other's company.
Struck up a bit of a friendship, Dan Hanbury and Buddy Franklin. It's great to see Dan Hanbury up and running. Just about Norm Smith medal winner behind Ryan O'Keefe in the grand final 2 years ago. He's an out-and-out star when he's fit and firing, Hanbury.
He's putting together a good game tonight, Dan. He's finding some form.
Lead is stretched to 14 now. McLean looking for a way through the traffic. Langdon in the end to go back to Brown. He looks jittery at the ground level. Sinclair, Lumumba, caught, didn't dispose of it. And this is going to give Sydney and Gary Rowan a look from directly in front. They always looked iffy on the ball, on the ground then, Collingwood.
Clear right out, Benny.
Relentless pressure, isn't it? The forwards just going one after the other, after the other.
Yeah, standing on it, mate, yep.
As you said, they were nervous moments, and the tackle
Hold that line.
from Gary Rowan was the one that set up this shot at goal. These are the two goals that I was talking about. It's going to hurt Collingwood, this.
Big run up from Gary Rowan. Good comeback. Sprayed it right. Back out of bounds on the full.
Gee, we've seen some poor goal kicking this round. Started on Thursday night at the MCG. And they've got it here tonight. Maybe those light footies that are blamed. BT, something's going on.
Put away the footies. Pike. Outmanoeuvring Grundy. Chesky and McVeigh both desperate for the little give. The little shimmy by McVeigh, got it up by Elliott. Now Beams to the run of Goldsack. There's nothing on in front of him though, Goldsack. You can see the players running back into position there. All Sydney getting back first. 4.25 minutes remain in this half. Sydney by 14 points. Marker, Jack, Dwyer, Tuvey, Beams. Handball was just a little too firm for Lumumba. Kennedy tidies up to Reece Shaw. Loves to run with the footy. Could see the Shepherd come, so he came with confidence, but forgot about where the kick was going. Frost probably should have gone to Langdon. He's got his head over the footy, won't get a free there now. Well done, Derrick's holding them up. Frost half didn't want it to come out. Blair was caught high.
High tackle, Collingwood.
Got Dwyer out the other side of the ground. You can see on the top of your screen there. He needs to try and switch this ball.
Mark's here, come behind the line. Well there, Ryan.
So you just see the players getting in position to try and stop that now. And Collingwood get it into the middle of the ground to try and spread the defenders either side and give themselves a chance.
Yeah, Cunningham did well to cover off Dwyer on the other side of the ground. They would have been away then, the Pies.
Move it on. Fire.
Frost goes to the tall timber of Grundy. Richards the only one to really fly. Pendlebury around the corner ball. Grundy comes at the footy. Really good handball under pressure from Grundy to McVeigh. Now they toss it in cloak. Collingwood's Grundy. McVeigh again down low. Grundy of Sydney went and got it. Blair had it stripped away. McVeigh with a hurried kick. Lumumba needs a clean bouncing ball. Buddy was all over in the moment he took possession. Out the back, Maxwell. Little sucker handball. Give and go back from Pendlebury. Not once but twice. Zigzag onto the right. Wants the left. Now he's got it. 30, 20. Pendlebury. Closing goal, Collingwood.
That was just brilliant. The balance of Pendlebury to keep his feet, little shimmy there at one stage, it's just brilliant. Massive moment. Hasn't had it all his way, Scotty Pendlebury, in the first half, but That's what champions do. Find a way. Ripping goal. The balance of Scotty Pendlebury in that situation, the little shimmy sidestep, pushed off balance, gets back in the right position. He's had a tough first half, but he's an out-and-out champion, and it's a massive goal as we close in on that on half-time.
Well done to Maxwell, realising that he needed to get it back to the kicker in Pendlebury. He knew he had the elusiveness by foot, and he didn't let him down. Pendlebury coming into the game here in this second quarter, I'm sorry. Kick forward, just 2 minutes until half-time. Collingwood within 8 points. Mitchell, longish handball. He's also got an opportunity. McLean, Lumumba. Did he get him high? Harry thinks not.
Just unlucky. Swing out.
Just unlucky as Franklin comes to meet the footy.
Let's have a look at this free kick, Richo. To ground, I reckon you almost give away your advantage if you choose to go to ground. You go into tackle.
Well, I don't reckon he got him high.
Yeah, you're probably right too.
And I reckon in the context of the game, if he did get him, it was with the fingernails.
Yeah, and he actually slipped over. It was an accident, and he hardly touched him. But anyway, it's been paid. Buddy, Jesse shot on.
A little lucky. Franklin, big goal before half-time. Hangs it out to the left, coming back nicely. Gee, drifted that one magnificently, the big boy buddy.
Nice shot on goal from Buddy Franklin. The Swans fans like that. Just gives them a 14-point bumper with a minute to go before half-time. And plenty of his teammates got around him then, Buddy Franklin, so I think you can be rest assured they're pretty happy with their new teammate.
Well, this was great, Richo. As you just said, the best thing was they came from everywhere. Look at him get around, Buddy. And a little bit of a statement, I reckon, to the footy world, saying we're behind him. Don't worry about that. He's our big name recruit. We want him to do well.
Well, a lot of innuendo and basically rumour going around, and it's just rubbish.
O'Keefe, one of those in there as well. That wasn't his first goal from Sydney, but his second. Certainly celebrated. Dwyer got the little hands out to Beams. Beams to ball. Nicely done. Handball comes out to McCaffrey. Lets it rip from 40. Top of the goal square. Here they come. Cloak off hands. And in the end, Sydney live 14 points up here. Sinclair into an open goal.
Hold Sam.
And they've got him on the fat side here, Collingwood, if they want to go. Sinclair centre half back. Here comes Jesse White up the middle. Ignores that. Looking for the foot of Young. It's a long left foot. It's a penetrating left foot. They go deep. Here comes Cloak. The contested marker. Off hands. Little handball by Ball. Got it to Dwyer. And on to Swan.
When you're a key forward like Travis Cloak, it's not always about kicking goals and taking marks. His attack in that pack situation, then he brought it down to the front, doing the job that he has to, and then the Crummers were in the right spot. They get it forward. Swan gets a chance at goal now, but it's a lot to do with Cloak's attack on the footy in the air.
Surely this goes through, boys. There's been some misses tonight, as there have been for this whole round of footy. Surely Dane Swan and his skill set will see this one through, and it does. Collingwood have got it back to a 3-point game.
Just relying on 2 or 3 key midfielders isn't going to get the job done. It's the Mitchells and those types of players for Sydney, the side bottoms for Collingwood. They're going to be the key to this one.
Handball too low for sure from Franklin. Now Rampy's got it all to do. Cloak running at him. Support arrives in the way of Swan. He tries to back out with the footy side. Bottom's clever. Did well with the handball. It was firm, wasn't it, to Dwyer. Dwyer held his footing. Gives Goldsack a good look at the goal. And Collingwood are in front.
Yes, a big contingent of Collingwood fans here, and that's the end the majority of them are sitting at, and they're out of their seats at the moment. Big feeling that maybe Collingwood, they've done so many times up here, it's It's a ridiculous record they've got against Sydney up here. 8 of the last 9. They really feel as though they can win games up here against a good side.
This is where it came about. There's Buddy Franklin, and the handball, look, it wasn't that low, but it was a hard ball to take coming past at pace. It was a turnover, and Goldsack kicks the goal, and turnovers are critical in their low-scoring game like this.
Frost, the interceptor there, back in the middle. Collingwood in front by the 5-point margin here now. Elliott again turns around, fronts the goal. 45, drilling football. You talk about some individual brilliance. There it is.
Kick out wide that caused the turnover, and Cloak got off him and then dropped a sitter. He doesn't drop those.
Off hands, magnificently done for Mitchell. Mitchell now long ball. Langdon used his body, but he didn't keep his feet. Bit of a no-look handball from the fast-moving Franklin. Now an opportunity here for Parker. Left foot up. Probably within range. Gives it off to Buddy. Buddy winds up from 55 out with a thumping kick. Buddy Franklin arouses the Swans supporters here tonight.
Oh, what a great kick from the superstar Buddy Franklin. He got involved with the handball and then got over. And he was always going to get the footy. How many of those goals has he kicked over the years? That was 60 metres, that kick.
Well, one under the ground. Travis Cloak drops an absolute sitter. Would have had a certain shot at goal. 30 seconds later, Franklin bombs one from outside 55. It's a massive turnaround in the space of a minute. Now Franklin's body language is up. Collingwood had all the momentum.
The ability there by Sydney to recognise the bomber in Franklin and give him the footy. Could have easily gone back for the set shot. Here's Goldsack off the hands. McCaffer puts it into a dangerous space here for Sydney to defend. Grundy at ground level for Collingwood. Ran over the top of the footy. McVeigh through the hands. Quick one from Blair. Around the corner. Cloak one-on-one. Too strong. Too strong for Richards. Two ruckmen very tired here at the moment.
Something Brodie Grundy's got to learn as he plays a bit more is just the ruck soft free kicks. He's given away 5 tonight. It's just too many.
Advantage paid here as Mitchell's able to go. Here's Franklin again. He needs to be good overhead. Oh, he's popped his shoulder, Brown.
Oh, no.
This leaves Franklin to put up the footy. Brown's popped his shoulder.
Oh, no.
Kick into Cunningham and he marks.
Oh, gee, that looks really sore too. He's in trouble.
He's coming straight from the ground, Brown. You can see him bottom left there.
Yeah, it's a dislocation, Bristol. You're right on it. You can see the joint out of its socket there, and that.
Oh, that is not a good look.
Nah, it's horrible, isn't it? It's just straight away. It wasn't much in it, was there?
Yeah, gee, it must have been just ready to go. That's shocking for Nathan Brown.
He normally has his shoulders taped as well. Cunningham here now to get it back to 3 points. Only 25 metres out, Cunningham. It's a goal. Sydney very much back in the hunt. 3 minutes remaining. Reid with a little kick to Hanbury. Gee, didn't see Beams coming in from the left. Kick goes forward. Pendlebury was able to get there. McCaffer did anything he could to get it out wide. He did to Grundy. Grundy of Collingwood to Pendlebury. Just goes along the ground with a little snipper. An end-over-ender. Dwyer was there. Couldn't win the footy. Now Sydney do. Kennedy rams it long. There's what Darcy and Richo have been talking about. He plays it well, Maxwell. They're letting him play his favourite game. Jeddah forces the mistake from Adams. Jeddah with a right foot banana. Jeddah, Jeddah, Jeddah. White in front.
Swans had 2 extra at this stoppage and Sydney had 2 back.
McVeigh to Shaw. Coughed it up. Side bottom. Tries to draw Swan to the footy. Eventually he comes. The run of side bottom out the back. Smith's just got hold of him. Forced the kick along the ground. It was crucial. Richards took his eye off the footy before he completely won it. Now it allows Beams on the left boot to snap it around the body. Collingwood by a goal.
Got to get it on quickly.
Oh, I'm with you, Richo. That's just slow. Just took the mark. It's slow. They've got to lead. They've got to attack the game, Sydney.
Langdon, Tuvey on his wrong right foot into Pendlebury. Here comes Grundy of Collingwood, knocked out of his hands by Melcheski. Pendlebury went and got it, thought about the quick hands. Here's the dangerous Elliott. He can turn on the Thornbury bed. He turns, faces the goal again. Elliott, this to nearly seal the game. He's got it. Collingwood by 13 points. It'll be the first time in a long time that they've started the season 0-2, Sydney.
Last time was in 2006. They made the grand final, Bristol.
Young celebrates, and that puts a definite full stop on it.